This is the Men Behind the Mitts podcast. Hosted by Big J. And now, here's your favorite Buttes.
We're recording. We have to count down and I forget every week. I hate how you got to hit data.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have to do that. I didn't know that.
Once because this is just a pad, maybe.
True.
You got the computer Dora,
Yes.
and every time I use the mouse when it's on Zoom, I think I did that one time. The screen kept going black, and I was like, "What is this about?"
Technology.
I don't know. And not for me. Yeah, exactly, bro.
Technology.
I'm stuck. Like it. I'm not good with it. I'm not a tech guy.
I gotta do some diagnostics, but I can normally, you know what I'm saying? I can normally figure it out. I have the patience to, all right, this is doing this.
Well, yeah, like that's a lot of my job. Like no joke, like looking at wiring diagrams and being like, okay, this goes from here to there. I don't have voltage. It's broken. Like that's a lot of.
It's crazy how like my past jobs relate so much to other. I use it more than the shit I learned in high school, like diagnosing a car. That's what I relate to everything. If I have an issue, all right, let's fix all the things. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to do with a car.
Yeah.
Like, let's see where all the issues could be caused from and trace it back. And I do that with everything now.
You're smarter. Like your knowledge with cars, supersedes mine. You turned wrenches for so long, but like that's how I look at refrigeration.
Yeah.
Like anything that I do, I'm like, oh, it's just a car. Like, and I tell my apprentices, I'm like, the compressor is like the motor. If the motor's not running, we got nothing going on here.
Exactly.
Like everything to me comes back to cars. Because even though I'm not like, I was never a mechanic, but like, I always fucked with shit.
Yeah. And
it was always been an interest. But I think that's a key to being successful at other things. Like, you got to be good at because you have to have a hobby.
Yeah.
And that's why like some people's hobbies are like, not, I don't want to say useless, but it's just like a true hobby where it's like, oh, you like model trains.
In society as well.
Yeah, like you like model trains. Like that's not gonna cool. That's
you got a steady hand.
Yeah, I don't know.
In the trees.
Like thank God our hobbies can relate to life.
Oh, I'm so blessed, like right? Like hockey, like it relates.
Oh, dude, hockey.
So like I keep like
every
people
day.
Give me shit. Wait till you get old, and when they like compare me in the locker room, old guys can be weird because I'm kind of like not swole, but I'm leaned out right now.
Yeah. Old guys are weird.
And they'll make like the weird comment. Oh, and they'll tap their belly. Wait till you get old. I'm just like, nah.
Like I'm that way right now, and it's just
I've been injured. I've had time off, COVID off. I was for a year, so like you can't even say once you take time off your ass. It's like, nah, I've been there. It's all up here, bro. And the fact that you have seen such older heads in the gym like slaying like that'll always relate.
Insane.
Like if I always have an excuse, like I remember seeing that old dude and he was killing it.
Was it someone said the other day? It's like, don't let the old in.
Oh, I said that last epi. I was like, don't let the old. Yeah, I was like, don't let the old man in.
Yeah.
Once he's in, he ain't going nowhere.
He's in there, man. I'm telling you, and I've been
moving. Yeah.
Like I don't know if I heard told about this or not, but like I'm actually getting I'm going to a doctor for this shit, like just because of like how like struggling, like how much I've been struggling with like energy and fatigue lately.
We talked about that last episode too.
And but like now, man, it's like it's really to the next level. And here's a prime example, like I told, like when we got on, I was like, man, the hoodie felt right today because like this week has been absolutely nuts, like just absolutely nuts, like one thing after another. But I'm gonna start at the end, like yesterday. So I had off Monday. It was nice. I took off Monday. Laura was off. We took off and just kind of hung out, got some stuff done around the house. It was like really nice and planned. Tuesday, good day of work. I'm at work and my buddy calls me and he's like, man, we got an emergency. I was like, I need you over here. And and I get over there and we ended up working till, 8:00 at night. I was at work from, oh dude, it was such a long day. And as the day's going on, when stuff is happening, the puppy's like health is declining. So like he shit in his crate and it looked a little different. And I'm like, oh man. So now I'm freaking out about the dog. And then as the night progresses, like Laura comes over again to check on him. He keeps vomiting and he keeps like peeing and shitting, but it's not like real shit. And it's a mess. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I get home. It's like 9:30 last night. Tuesday night. Yeah, last night. I get home and I'm like, I bring him into my bedroom because he's just being like real needy and cuddly, like he wasn't active or anything. And we're laying there and he throws up again. And I was like, we got to go to this fucking emergency vet. Like, we just got to go. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Bust out the Benjis, fucking emergency vet. So the only vet that in Bowie, it's an hour and 15 away.
There wasn't one in Waldorf. They used to have an emergency one over there.
Yeah. So like we don't go to that one.
Okay. That's
we just don't go to that one. And, which I'm not upset about because, I take her word when it comes to those things. Like you listen to me when I tell you the car had a bad experience. Yeah. I'm like, okay, so, you listen to me when I tell you the car is making a weird noise. I can tell you what it is. She doesn't want to take the dog there. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, whatever you want. So we go. So I just cranked a 16-hour day. We end up leaving the house at like 10:30 to go down there. There's 32 people in front of us. 32 people on a Tuesday night at an animal hospital. 32 people. I'm like, oh God. I was like, we're not even gonna get seen until 3 a.m.
Business is like booming for the vet.
Right? So excuse me. So we end up like hanging out for an hour and he's not getting any better. So we're just like, fuck it. We just got to go and we just got to wait in the car. Like, it is what it is, So we get all the way down there. And luckily, like, as we pulled in, they were calling us to tell us they were ready. And we were like, oh, thank God, like it was just, it just happened to work out. So they do everything. Dude, before I know it, it's 4:30 and we're leaving there. And I'm like, my alarms are going off my phone. I'm like, oh God, like I got to go to work. Like, like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, we're on the way home. I'm like, I can't go to work today. And I had shit scheduled. Like, I had this job I had to finish today. Like, that they're upset with me. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I had no sleep. Like, this was not going to happen, So it's like, and then, so we got home at 5 o'clock today, like this morning, like, and I slept from 5 until 8, like 5:30 until like 8. And then we had to get up and like, Laura couldn't call out. Like, she had to go in and, dude, it's just been a doozy of a day.
Wow.
Yeah, like a doozy.
Your fucking the Mondays rolled into your Tuesdays, boss.
Yeah, like for real. Like I was like, oh damn,
Wednesday.
Because like I got the call on Tuesday and I was like, oh bet. I was like, I'll help out because I took off Monday. I was like, I crank out 4 hours overtime. I'm not even losing any money here. Like everything's easy peasy, made up for my Monday. And then I was like, one thing after another, fat bill at the emergency vet, and then taking
what ended up being wrong with the dog?
Man, nothing. like
that's why I don't go to those fucking places.
So no, like they did.
I like wait 24 hours. Like if he looks like he's about to die.
So like, I don't know, man. So we've had such bad luck with Zoe and like the blockage and like borderline death.
That makes sense why you went.
And
that shit always happens, right?
Yeah, and the way he was acting, I was like, there's got maybe a blockage. He kept vomiting and he kept like trying to poop, but he was like shitting water. And what the weirdest thing to me is he was trying to pee like every 5 seconds. Like he would get down, like he was trying to pee and would just look at you. And I'm like, Bubba, you got nothing there's nothing in there, like, yeah. And it just looked painful. He was shaking. And I was like, man, if this guy's on the verge of death, like, we just got to go,
Yeah, no, I mean.
But like, oh, boy, yeah. And then, yeah, give him this, give him that. So they just said he had a stomach ache or it's him adjusting or stress. And I'm like, bro, like, stress. Like, take me to the
human vet. Scooby Stacks, Jay.
Like, it's just, and then like today, like, we wake up. And we let him out of the crate. He's running around like no problem. Like we make him chicken and rice. Like maybe the food's fucking with him. I don't know. But dude, just nonsense. And now he's fine, running around all day.
Like, hey, what a fun trip.
like fuck, hey, got your day off work? Oh, sure you did, bud. Like, sure. Yeah, dude. But yeah, just so, and like the whole time. Like, I'm just like, this could be a child. Like, like I'm like sitting there thinking, and I was like, I'm stressed out over an animal. Yeah. Like, and I'm like, it's okay, puppy. Like, just tell me what's wrong. Be like, Marw, it fucking hurts. Just like talk to me. And it's like, I can't imagine a kid where their only thing they do is cry. And it's just like, oh,
it's the worst when you're trying to get them to tell you what's going on. Is your head? I mean, you're just crying. You don't know. Is it the head, the tummy? What's going on here? It's the
Yeah,
worst.
just so stressful. I played stepdad a long time ago, and
Yeah.
the kid, the kid was, I don't know, he had this thing where this kid screamed for 48 hours. Like, I'm not kidding, bro. Like, I remember sitting there, like, he holding him in my arms and him just like nonstop, right? I just remember looking at him and like looking at my mom and be like, I see why people like shake babies like to death. Like, I get that. Like, even at that age, I was like 21 years old, and I was like, I get it, because imagine just being at your breaking point, like having no help. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no one would be like, Mom, just 5 minutes, please. You know, like, imagine having no help and you're stressed, everything else, and you're just like, shut the fuck. Like, I get it. And I remember just being like, wow. I never felt that way with the dog. Just my heart was broke. I was like, bro, like, cool. I don't know. I just thought more morbid thoughts.
Tough one. Well, at least you got out of there with the dog being all right. I guess that's all the thing that matters, right? Can you maybe you should, if you can, I'm sure you can maybe get dog like health insurance?
So yeah, like, we are familiar. We have Zoe.
Oh yeah, I should have known. You guys are probably actually about to break down the whole payment plan shit.
Yeah. So most people know I already have one demon dog that just is the best, the sweetest thing, but will eat anything given the opportunity, you know? So we've had multiple surgeries for that little one. And yeah, like, and me and Laura had talked about insurance, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to get it. Like, I'm going to get it. Like, I'm going to get it. Like, I know we need to have it, and I'm going to get it. I didn't know I would need it like right now. Like
right away.
Yeah. Like,
that's like buying a car and like getting an accident pulling off the lot. Like, you're not expecting that shit, right?
Yeah.
Can I call it? Speak it tomorrow. We'll take it home.
Yeah. Oh, you're fine. You're covered. Bullshit. Like, that's basically the scenario. And Laura was like, so you're calling when we get back home to schedule the insurance? I'm like, yes, it will be active. Like, it'll be active today. Like, how does that happen?
Tough. That's tough. I feel bad for asking now.
No, it's all good. It's just, yeah, like, yep, insurance is a great idea.
Yeah, great.
I thought so too.
She like gave you this stare like the whole drive there, like, I told you, fucking insurance.
Well, no, because even she was like, who would have thought? Like, we've had him for 2 weeks. Yeah, may have been 2 full weeks, you know. And it's like, who would have truly thought? It's like, damn it. But yeah, so insurance is active.
Sitting in the ER, I'm like, I'm getting fucking insurance.
Yeah, like, just let's do the insurance. Oh my goodness, it was so. And she's a trooper, like, for hanging in there. Like, I can't believe she went to work. And like, when I'm that tired, like sleep deprived, man, I just feel like I'm drunk, like so disassociated. Like, I'm just like, what is happening? Like, I'm stumbling through.
I'm
like,
a fucking grouch.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah. I am probably super short.
It takes this littlest thing. I'm
fucking
fired up, boy.
Fuck out of here. Yeah, I was yelling at inanimate objects yesterday. I got to that point. Like, just like, dude, we fought this thing. Like, just imagine, I'm sure you've done it, like a control arm or just something silly like that, where like the driver's side takes 30 minutes and the passenger side takes 8 hours. Like, I'm sure you've had that type of day. That's literally what it was. I was like, we're in 3 hours on one side. And like, we finally got it, like 3 hours. Other side took 35 minutes. Like, I was like, I fucking hate, like, I was at my wit's end, dude, just yelling at it.
Wait, what came first, the 8 hours or the 35 minutes?
The 8, like the 3 hours came first.
Oh, yeah. 3 hours.
Yeah, we fought it. And then literally the back one, I go, so we're just changing these big ass bearings on this like 3-inch shaft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're all set screwed on there for 8 years, whatever. They're pretty much 2 have become 1 at this point, you know, and you're trying to like beat these things off without damaging everything else. And like, dude, like, it just fought us every inch of the way. And you're just like, come on, man. And I'm like, if the back takes half this long, like, we're going to die in here. Like, it was hot in there. Like, we're in an attic of a building. Like, oh, bro, just everything you don't want stacked against you.
Yeah. And it was just it's usually a reverse for me. If something gets stuck, it's usually the first one was, I banged it out. And I like, all right, let me knock this out real quick and make some good money today. And
right. Then you can screw yourself on the back half.
And then you're halfway through and you're like questioning, like why?
Yeah.
Am I going to finish it? Am I just going to
I got to the point where I was like, so basically we were swapping bearings, and I was like, well, only the front bearing was blown out. Like maybe we just leave the back one and say we did it. Like it was like to that point, like we've got to just start coming up with something to get the fuck out of here. It was brutal.
Oh wow.
Okay, but to change the mood, to lighten things up, I finally got to hang out with the neighbors for the first time.
Okay.
And get a couple bevies in. So it was Saturday evening. I had just pulled up in the driveway, and I saw them like out on the front porch, and I was a couple Teddy Brewskis in, and I was like, I'm going over there. I'm fucking saying like, we got to hang out. So I go over there. I'm like, what's up, guys? And like, they were having like a small gathering, and everyone was leaving. And I was over there. I was in my energy, me, was on a totally different level than the energy that was there. And I was like, whoa, what's up, guys? And I'm seeing people that I hadn't seen in a while. I was like, oh, give me a hug. Gave them a hug. And I'm talking, and I'm like, you guys down for like one more round of beers? Like, we can just hang out and talk. And he hit me with well, everyone's leaving. And I was like, there's hit number one. Take it, Josh. Nah. I was like, all right, well, look, I'll just bottleneck some beers up, and I'll just come right back over. And he's like, all right. And so I just run over to the house. I'm like, Steve, get dressed. We're going over to the neighbor's house. And I just grab these beers, and I rip out the garage, and like the door was closed and the garage was closed on their house. And I was like, all right, it's cool. They gave a couple hints, chill out, Josh, go inside, relax. And I like sent him a message. I was like, hey man, I was like, sorry for catching you at the last minute. I was like, we should get together soon though. Because we exchanged numbers before. And he's like, how many shot glasses do I need? I'm on the way over. And I was like, this is how many shot glasses you need. So they come over, and we're hanging out in the garage shooting pucks. And my neighbor's, I will just call her his wife for the time. We'll just say that.
Yeah, wife.
And yeah, like she's like all in on hockey. Like she grabs a stick. She's a little banged up. She grabs a stick. She starts shooting pucks, just wham, just slap shots. And I was like, and we're just talking, and it's like the night's progressing. We're just having a shot, like taking shots of Crown Apple, like woof, like not me, big fella. It's been a while, but I'm not going to.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
But I'm also not the guy who's like, ew, Crown. Do you have anything else?
No.
Like, what
you
the
just do
fuck?
it. You just fucking
Yeah, so I did it. I said, shut up. I did it. I was like, no chaser, because I'm that type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So like we're having the shots, and then like we're talking, and Steve's like, put it on your heel and kind of roll it. And we're talking, and Steve's like, so she's like, you show me how to do it. Me and Steve hadn't taken a shot yet, like shot the puck yet, right? First shot, Steve rings off the crossbar, hits her right in the face with the puck. Hits her like, bing, like, and she's down on the ground, like down on the ground in the garage. First shot. Of course, it's Steve. Broke that motherfucker's luck. No, and thank God it was a sauce puck. Like it was the little. Like
I was thinking ice puck. What happened? Did like husband freak out?
No.
Were they drunk, like laughing it off?
She's fine. And me and Steve were just like, what are the chances? And Steve's like, this is why I don't do anything. Like, this is why, like, the first shot he took right off the cross. And I'm pretty sure that it, like, smacked her, like, it landed flat.
Like a knuckle.
Like, yeah, like, but I was like, and when it hit her, my eyes and her eyes, like, locked because I tracked the puck, like, right to her face. And I'm just like, and she just looks at me and she's holding her stick and she's like, I'm fine. And I was like, is that for me or is that for you? Like what is going? And her husband is just like, she's fine. She's cool, man. Don't worry about it. And we're like, I'm so sorry. Like, we're both just like at our wits. Like, we both feel terrible. And then we just had another shot and kept talking.
And then I progressed on, or did it?
That was it. Yeah.
After?
So like, we just kept talking. And then like, at one point I got deep. I asked a deep question, and I was like, I hope that's not too invasive. And Steve was kind of like, man, you're so like, because Steve's always like, you're an aggressive guy. Like, there's a lot to you. Like, you're an aggressive guy. And I'm like, was that an aggressive question? And he's like, not but it just next level. Like, like I don't know what it is about me. I don't know. I'm an intense person, I guess. It's a whole fucking package.
Can you share with us?
I don't remember the question because at this point it was later in the evening, but I just remember. Yeah, but everything's cool. I waved to him the other day, so everything's fine. Like, I'm sure it was nothing rude.
Wife's out there with peas on her face, waving goodbye to her husband in the morning, sees you.
The old bag of peas. But yeah, man, had a good time. And so look, I was pretty drunk at this point. Okay, like a couple shots of the Crown on top of the stuff that I had earlier. So like I come upstairs and now I've got the puppy and Zoe. Laura's at work and it's like midnight, bro. And I sit on the couch and I've got the fucking spins. I'm sitting here. I'm just like,
and you're solo.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. I was like, bro, you are fucked up. Like, I just remember just sitting there like, and I was like sitting there at the point where I was like, I did not like this. I was like, this is why I do not like get liquor drunk like this. Like, because I get so fucked up nowadays. And I'm like, bro, you got to pull the trigger, man. You got to get out of this. Like, you got to get out of here. So like I like get up, I'm like stumbling back to the bathroom. I get in the bathroom, kneeling, praying to the porcelain gods. Rip it, and I'm like so fucked up that I like throw up and I like lay down on the floor. And I remember closing my eyes. I was like, yes, like just 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all I need. And then I had that panic. I was like, puppy, dogs in the house. Like I like shot up. I'm like crawling out of the bathroom. Like, where are the dogs? Because I was like, dude, like
they were probably just chilling too. Because they probably knew.
Just in the living room. Just because it was tired. They were tired. It was 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like they're used to being asleep. And I was like, oh my God, I'm just so banged up. Like, it was so bad, man. I hadn't had the liquor spins and a hot potato, and I did not enjoy it.
Well, I'm going to share now, too, since you're bringing it up. I haven't had a bevy in 3 weeks because
oh, boy.
Because of an incident. We went to a engagement party and started drinking early, and I was just drinking Miller Lights. No big deal. But, when you start in the afternoon, the pace can pick up pretty quickly without you realizing it. And then shots get brought out. And the engagement party ended 3 hours ago and you're at a bar. And so so what ended up happening,
it's been a while since I've done post-party things. Like just like going elsewhere. I was
like, I had a sitter for the first time and I was just like, you know what it's like when you don't go out for a while and you go out. Anyways, so we're sitting in McDonald's on the way home. Like I don't care. I'm gonna ruin my diet tonight. I was like, I ordered a bunch of shit, nasty shit, quarter pounder with max salt. Like, I went ham. And then like I got tired of the drive-thru taking for long. I just got out of the car and walked home.
Oh my God.
And
man.
the next day I've just thought about life. You have those moments where you're just laying there the next day, just like, what did I do?
Do you have a bad hangover? Like, were you hurting?
Actually, not that bad, to be honest with you. Man. I was expecting, but of course, I threw up too when I like walked. I was like,
thank God, that's the new savior.
Sweaty. It is
so hot.
I'm so sweaty. Look, and this is how drunk I am. I was like playing games in my head. I'm walking and I see a car coming. And I'm like, oh, I want to be a cop. And I like walked in the bushes and like. And then I'm walking and I see these two guys walking and I'm like, I'm not getting jumped tonight. Like I'm way too
immediately.
I was like, I just moved here. I don't know what street I'm on. I'm not getting jumped. So second set of bushes.
That's so
and it's
wild.
so creepy because like they didn't see me and they kept walking and I got out and kept walk this way. And it's like, how many times has that happened to me where I'm walking somewhere and someone's hiding in the bushes like, I'm drunk. So needless to say,
oh my God,
a bit of a sobriety from all things. I've had a clear conscience for 3 weeks now, and it's pretty good.
Good. Yeah, that's good, man. Because so I wasn't even hungover like the morning after, and like thank God, but I acted like I was. I was like, I don't feel good, and I was like, you feel fine, you idiot. Like you're just guilty.
Yeah, I had to go you hadn't been my shit and set up for a yard sale and price shit and set up tables, so I had no choice.
Dude, I hate when I can't. Man, it's brutal. It's brutal.
What's your go-to hangover food?
I mean, anything. I'm a big breakfast guy. Like I love breakfast because I only get to get it on the weekends. So it's like a big deal for me, but I will power through eggs and like sausage and like toast and stuff like that. Like I don't really have, I'm just trying to think. I don't really, it's been.
I was gonna say, I don't care what time of the day it is. If I'm hungover, if it's 9 a.m. or it's whatever, It's a cheeseburger for me, bro.
Yeah, always
cheeseburger. Yeah, Five Guys
man.
is like my go-to.
Your Five Guys order is pretty insane too.
Yeah, I go ham. I love Five Guys though.
I ain't mad at you.
People have always been impressed with my Five Guys eating skills. Huffman too. Me and him used to.
Yeah, you guys. Just your eating in
yeah.
general. Your eating in general. We used to throw down.
Fucking food competitions at the bar with K-Bond. Like, what am I doing?
Eat until we were dead.
Yeah, and then go get hammered. But that was the best part because then you could drink all night and you didn't get the dizzies because I just smashed
the dizzies.
2 family meals.
The dizzies. Dude, I feel that. So check this out. This was something else that happened last week. Man, there's so much to talk about. I was on another podcast. I got to be a guest on a podcast.
Really?
Yeah, that was fucking cool. Like that was really cool.
What was the podcast?
It was just a talk. Like there was no topic. It was just general discussion. Like
no, I'm saying, like, what type? Like, was it somebody you know? Like, tell us about the podcast.
Just a buddy of mine. Yeah, just a buddy of mine. He's a musician, and he helps another friend of his with a pod. And I guess he was guest hosting the pod. I don't even know the name of the pod. Like he's got to send it all to me and stuff like that. Like he just asked, he was like, "Hey man," he's like, "Did you ever want to?" He's like, "You want to hop on a podcast for like an hour and a half?" And I was like, "Of course." I was like, "What's the topic?" He was like, "Nothing, like whatever." I was like, "Cool, I'm in. Like I don't care." And yeah, man,
you shouted us out though, right?
Oh yeah, we talked. Okay. Yeah. It was cool. Like, so I got interviewed, which was awesome. So it was like, he asked about like the pod and stuff like that. I just told him like how everything started. It was like really cool to share. Like I enjoy sharing the story. Like I started on top of the cooling tower, bro. I took it back to that because that's how everything started.
Yeah.
Like me sitting on the cooling tower, getting a text from you. I was like, oh my God. And then just men behind the mitts, silky mitts, bro. Like, yeah, like it was really cool to share that. And then, talked about music for a little bit and talked about some movies and life, talked a little bit of hockey. Like he's not a big hockey guy, but I was kind of telling him, what was going on. And, because their show's not dedicated or anything like that. So we kept it brief on that. But yeah, dude, just overall good conversation. Like it was cool as shit. Never met the guy. Just, he's a friend of Laura's and that they do music and stuff together. And, like we had always missed each other, et cetera, et cetera. And then, he reached out to me and I was like, fuck yeah, man. And then, we were on there for almost 2.5 hours. It was crazy. Yeah. Time just flies,
There. Yeah, we know what that's like. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. And that's what I mean. Like, and I kind of like took in, like, that's what I mean. I kind of like, since I was the guest, I wanted to like remember the experience and take in how I felt and how he made me feel and stuff. And I was like, I feel like we are on the right path, because he'd been doing podcasting for 6 years, and I was like, the comfortability and how just keeping the convo going and being like, you've got to want to talk to the person, like you've got to want to be involved for sure.
Both sides.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, and, we've been pretty blessed, with most of our guests and stuff that they've wanted to talk and wanted to share, which is basically the mindset you have to have. Cause I was like, I don't know what we're going to talk about, but whatever we land on, I'm sure as fuck got a story for it. You know me, I've always got something. Yeah. So it was really cool. And it was a really fun experience to be able to do what we do, but just flip it. It was cool, man.
That's awesome. Yeah. You get the deets. Yeah. That's so tight. We'll have to share that.
Yeah. We'll share it. Definitely. It was a good combo. It was fun.
You didn't get to talk. Did you get to be weird and talk about conspiracies and shit like that?
No, we didn't do the conspiracies. But we did talk, like we got to talk music, which was really cool.
Yeah, I know you're a big guy on music.
And then there was one thing that I just had it. I lost it because I was getting ready to tell you about it. And then I blanked on it when you brought up another topic. But no, we didn't get too wild into that stuff. But that's what I was trying to think more of the conversation. Like what else did we talk about? There was a lot though. It was cool. It was definitely, that's real tight. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun to share. Yeah, it was fun to share, like, like where we've come from and stuff like that. And so there was, and the reason why I was trying to think of the question is he was kind of like, what's your motivation, to keep going on your pod and like stuff like that. Like he's like, you work out, you play hockey, like what's your motivation? And I was like, damn, bro, I was like, no one's really ever asked me what my motivation is for things. Like, it's because everything that I do is connected. You know what I mean? Like my whole life is this one ball of controlled chaos, I feel, and that everything that I do drives something else. So I was like, I don't have kids. I can't be like, my kids, I can't say stuff like that. So literally, like, he asked me, and like the first thing came to my mind, and I was like, well, I mean, the pandemic taught me that you don't know what's coming. So my motivation is not knowing what tomorrow brings. Like, that's why I want to be the best at my job today. I want to work out. So I'm physically tested for tomorrow, and I'm ready, I just want to be ready for tomorrow. And I was because when's the last, like, what's your motivation? So like,
you said it, and I have to, mine is deep. Mine's a little deep.
That's how I felt too. I was like, mine's deep. Like, how do I put all of my feelings into words? Like, I want to become a better person every day so I can do this and give back. Like, but what is my motivation? And and that's why the first sentence that came to my mind is, well, not knowing is my motivation. Like, I do want to be the best that I can be. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to become a better person daily so I can be the better person for tomorrow. So that's kind of how it just struck me, like, as fast as my mind put it together. That's what I came up with.
Yeah, that's wild. Well, let me talk on mine, and now I want to talk.
Yeah, get in there.
So,
yeah,
like, I have this, I've been talking about this spiritual journey, learning different religions and stuff. And one of the things that stuck with me, eventually, I'm just going to be this big fucked up cluster of different beliefs I have from different religions.
I think that's completely that's
that a thing.
Fine.
That's going to be me.
That's me.
People are going to tell me to pick a side. So the one thing that I had stuck with me is this guy was like, I think that when you die, you meet the person you could have been. Like, if you would have done everything right, you would have taken that job and, done the best you could every single day. This would have been the best version of you. And that's what you meet, when you get to heaven, like, this is who I was supposed to be. And he was like, the scariest thing would be to see this guy and not know who he is. And like, that stuck with me so deep. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, so every day I wake up, like, what's that guy doing? What's the best version of Jesse Kirk doing today? What would he be doing? Is he sitting here? Am I wasting 20 minutes at the park staring at my phone, or should I be more involved? And you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I doing that day? Planning my days out and shit like that. So that keeps me motivated. That's my motivation. Like, I don't want to regret nothing. It's kind of like you don't know what's coming tomorrow. Like, it's you don't want to miss out. You want to take advantage.
I definitely don't want to regret.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely don't want to regret anything. Like, even looking back on like stuff, it's like, because it's always, what fascinates me is, not to jump too far off, is like, people like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Well, if you wouldn't have done that, then you wouldn't be here.
See, that's one thing.
Like, that's the way I look at it. Like, even my biggest fuck ups, I'm like, man, if I hadn't done that, I would have maybe done it later.
Yeah, because like, I think, like, they had crossed my mind in life. I wouldn't have taken that party life after I got single and party boy for 2 years straight. I wouldn't have met chick, and then I wouldn't have had my kid, and I wouldn't end up where I'm at now.
Yeah, it's
like, none of that none of this was even on my fucking radar. Clothing brand. I was like, make some money, go chill with the boys, play hockey and party. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all
absolutely.
I cared about. So yeah, I'm so blessed for the not losses, but lessons. They're lessons.
Yeah, lessons,
right?
bro.
You have to fail if you want to evolve. If you stay inside your comfort zone the whole time, you're gonna, that's where you'll go to die, bro, is in your comfort zone. You gotta test shit, you gotta fail, and you gotta learn from it. You can't take a failure and quit. You gotta take a failure and evolve from it.
Yeah, being comfortable is easy, bro. That's a death for a lot of people.
Easy. Yeah, I'm just doing the same thing every day because I get that, what is it, serotonin, when I get that slight feel good in me for the little bit of time I do that, and I can escape my world, when really you could just build a better world. So you don't have
they don't have to escape.
There you go.
I feel that, bro.
Wow, we haven't gotten deep in a while. Thanks to
I feel that.
That feels good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shout out to Jack. Sorry, I never even told you guys' name. Jack McNutt. And it was wild because I asked him.
Okay. I have a funny story about Jack McNutt.
Oh, you know him. So that's
cool. His name came across Silky Mitts. We'll leave it at that. I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about, what I'm not. But I saw the name and my chick's like, hey, we got to fulfill this order, and said the name, and I was like, where's that shipping to? Like, weird.
Yeah.
She was like, Maryland. And I was like, that's somebody we know fucking with us. That's not a real name.
So
I was like, she was like, what do you mean? I said, say it. I said, say the first and last name fast. And she was like, Jack McNutt. And I was like, come on. That's a cool porn name. What are you talking about?
I legit asked him. I was like, hey man, like, I hope this says, don't take any offenses. I was like, is McNutt your real name? Like, is that like your real name? He was like, yeah. He goes, yeah, we're Irish. I was like, man, I thought it was just a thing on Facebook.
I thought
like,
someone was fucking with us when I read the name, and I was like,
you got me. That's so luncheon, dude.
If he watches this, I didn't mean I was just like, I thought somebody was shipping to
no,
Maryland. I read the
cool.
name and I was like, that's one of the boys fucking with us. Like,
no, that's funny. He's cool because I should have asked. I was like, hey man, like just you know enough about me now. Is McNutt real?
I felt so bad. She was like, no, this is a real order. And I was like, oh.
That's so luncheon, dude. But yeah, great guy. He's in a band. He does local music and stuff. Great guy.
What genre? Let's give him a little shine right now. What type of genre of music is he playing?
So I guess now we talked about it. He's into like the cover bands stuff.
That's a thing. So that's a big thing.
That's what I said. He was like,
the MILFs love it too.
Yeah, he's like, believe it or not, like it's almost like you get more accreditation nowadays for just being able to play that song good. Like it's. And I was like, ultimately, I said, that's to me. And I told him, I said, that's what it is. I said, no offense to you. You're a musician, but if I don't pay to see a band, I really don't want to see a band. I'm not trying to be rude, but
if there's a band, like we used to go to Gilligan's, there's always live music.
Yeah, hate it.
You would never walk over.
Hate it. I would dance because I was a drunk ass.
Yeah, of course. But you weren't I love this band.
Let's go see No Black Beans. Like, what the fuck? You're excited to see No Black Beans every weekend and
at a different bar.
Every bar. What the fuck? Like,
no, I've never understood that life either.
Yeah, that's not for me. Like, that's why I'm not like, let's go there because they're there. Like, no, like that's not. No, that's not what am I going to put it on my fucking truck up? Yeah, my favorite jam from No Black Beans. All right. No.
Is that a real band?
No, but it's close enough to a band's name.
I know I thought that's what you were doing with that, but I wanted to make sure because I was going to say, man, No Black Beans is going to be pissed at us.
They're going to be so pissed. Nah, but yeah, like I only like to see live music if I'm like, oh, what's that? We're going to go see ABR and Era. And like, yeah, I'm excited to go see them. Like they perform, they put on a show. Like that's what I want to see.
So you don't like cover bands?
No. I'm okay with cover bands, but like, I don't know, man. Just play the song. I don't know. Just put a DJ up there. It's got to be cheaper, less equipment. Like
that's harsh. Put a DJ up.
Like, I'm sorry, and I do appreciate, and I do enjoy music. I appreciate that talent.
We had a whole music section for you for a minute.
But at the same fucking time, I'm not here for that. Like, I'm not here for that. I'm here with bullshit with people.
They got a pretty good fan base going? They've been around for a while. This band he's in?
I guess I guess that, man, I just like holy shit on like local live music, and we're just gonna to continue to talk about it. Yeah, decent following.
I was trying to pick it up.
They play Gilligan's and Port and stuff like that, so that's cool. Okay. They got a decent little crowd, and they put on a good show. Like they're good. They got the good sound, and I enjoy going to watch them play.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Like I like to support.
There's some good bands that have been trying to think. I never liked anyone local like Sam Grow. Like he's never gonna watch it, so I don't give a fuck. Not a fan, but he would sell out, and like I would go wherever he's playing that night because I knew there'd be nothing but hot moms. Like it's crazy following these guys. Yeah, so good for them.
Yeah,
thanks for rounding them all up for us boys.
That's what, and like I think we used to do that back in the day. Like we used to
definitely.
But it's just
listen. I got to be honest, Like,
listen.
Who's gonna get mad at my chick? Like, how do you think I found you, honey?
Right. Come on, man. I met her at old Ali's.
Yeah, exactly. Green turtle for me on Valentine's Day.
So sad they're shut down. I can't even go back there and like have a beer.
Who shut down?
Ollie's.
They shut down.
Yeah, man, they got bought out and they closed the bar. They just wanted the retail space or some shit. Yeah, it sucks.
Oh,
they had good food too.
So the owner like kind of sold out then.
Yeah, Donnie. Yeah, he was out of there. He was like, "Fuck this place," because he wasn't happy with the county or something.
Well, after that shooting shit he tried to set up, right? The turkey.
Yeah, I guess that's so deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. This is why I don't.
Why are we talking about that? Why are we talking about the Maryland news?
I was gonna say that's why I don't go out, bro. There was so much drama the other night. It was like, wow. I'm gonna go home now.
Oh, you were out and there was drama?
Oh yeah, like a knife drama.
It. I want to hear a little
knife drama.
Someone pulled a knife.
Yeah,
definitely like
it's for sure. For sure. It was just one of those. I'm not gonna do names because I think. It's probably already out there, but guy A and guy B Guy A was married to girl C, and now she's with guy B.
Oh, I bet you I can guess.
And girls lying, or I'm not even gonna say that. There's just words, going out there and things that are said that aren't true, et cetera, et cetera. And then I guess everything pops off when you see each other at the bar. And it sucks for guy A because he was just chilling. And I talked to him and everything. And I was like, hey man, it's good to see you out. And he's like, hey, I haven't been out in forever. It's good to talk to him. And then that's what happens when he comes out. And I'm like, I get it. Like I get it. I get why people don't do anything. Like, just crazy. Drama, bro. Drama.
All right.
Guy A's like my age, older, good career, and then this other guy just acting a fool. It's like, yeah, I'm sure we'd all love to punch that person in the face, but it's like, or if that was being done to you, like, yeah, it's easy to think that, but then when you're actually there, you're like, oh yeah, my whole career, my house, my vehicles, you know what I mean? Like, you have to start, people like us have to think about the things that we've worked hard for our whole lives and these jobs that we have, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy drama.
Yeah, it is crazy. Cause now I think about it, there was drama the night I went out, like the whole me leaving McDonald's thing. We're at the bar and my chick's like freaks out and jets out the bar. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? She's like, I don't know where she went. And I was like, what? She's like, some guy just came here and grabbed a girl by the back of her neck and yanked her out of the bar. And I was like, hey, why did you run after him? What are you gonna do? Another woman? If he's already treating woman like that, you don't think he's gonna fucking sock you? Like,
yeah, he's got another hand.
And then I was like, maybe like we don't always have to jump to conclusions. What she said? No. So I go outside. I'm like, all right, let me go look. She's like, I heard her crying. I was like, all right, cool. Let me go look. Me and dude I'm with, we go outside and we're
like
looking.
A baby calf in the bush.
And I don't hear nothing. I don't see nothing. So like I came back and kept drinking. But like it's like there's always something going on when you go
tonight
out, right?
On 10 o'clock news.
Yo, a body. Nah. But dude, it's that just got me thinking, like, there's always something going on.
It's crazy.
Even when you're not even like involved, like
yeah, it all comes back to alcohol, bro. Like, that shit is not good for you. Lowers your vibrations.
Spirits, bro.
Yeah, man. Just fucks you up. Letting it lowers your vibrations.
Do you believe we're gonna get off this topic, but do you believe the saying that like when you do stupid like I read a thing and it was like everything you say and do when you're drunk is who you really are. And then I saw someone write a response like, I never wanted to sleep in a wheelbarrow. And it got me thinking, I was like, that's so true. Like I do some stupid shit. Like,
yeah, like I wanted to call my dad and have him pick me up from a bar and I was sitting in a flower pot. Like that was my goal. Like, no, that's not the case. So I used to think about that. So like, I used to be like, no matter how blacked out you are, like, you know what's going on. Like that's a lie because like that's happened.
You used to think that way? Really?
Yeah. Because I used to be a fucking champ. Like, like I used to be a different breed level of animal.
When
and
you're
like,
drinking every day. Yeah. It's different.
Yeah. And when you step away from that, like, that's why it's my demon for sure. Because I tell you what, man, I like to get fucked up until I'm fucked up. And I'm like, oh my God, why I do this again? Like,
I don't drink it to just hang out. And that's why I fucked up at an engagement party, because like, bro, if I have one, like
I wouldn't drink.
I'm gonna get a buzz. I'm gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, like why? No, you want to have 2 beers? Why? So I can just be bloated?
Yeah, like people that have a beer with dinner and they stop. Like,
ew, no.
So weird.
I'm here to see how fucked up I can get in 60 minutes, and then figure out how to get back home.
Yeah, that's why I always hate dinner beers, because you have like 1 or 2, and then like dinner's over and everyone parts ways. Like, so now I'm going home buzzed. Like, what the fuck? I just go.
Yeah, but yeah, demons. I can't believe that shit's legal. We talk about it all the time. They literally have bars where you drive your vehicle. But if you drink and drive, that's illegal. And that's
they have like
business.
I don't know if they did it in Maryland, but up here there was restaurants that had to go alcohol during COVID.
Oh yeah, they were doing that here for sure.
Bro, you don't think people are getting a little lick on the way home? Come on, bro.
I used to love a road soda. I love a road soda.
Oh, dude, depending on if it's cookout or not.
Hey there. All right, guys. We've talked a lot about nothing for the best time. That was a great time. But look, it's hockey time, folks. That's right. The semifinals are underway. We got a little bit to talk about. We're down to 4 teams. 4 teams.
It's kind of sad.
We got the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Montreal Canadiens.
The NHL's newest team versus the oldest team in the NHL. Crazy. That's on the west, north. On the east and central, we've got
the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the New York Saints, the New York Islanders. We're going to talk about the officiating in this playoff series because a lot of people don't know, because I got asked this the other day. They were like, I saw some complaints about the officiating, and they asked me what the process is, like how do those refs get there? And I said they're voted in, and based on their seasons. Those refs are voted in, and they lock that ref team together for the playoff series, and that's what it is. And the fact that there's been so many questionable calls and missed calls, it's wild. How do you feel about it? And multiple coaches
I have to say this, especially
commented and been fined.
Yeah, like what I have to say about this, especially the type, I'm assuming the people that are asking these type of questions probably aren't into the game as well.
Not as big as hockey fans.
And this is, and it's, and I'm not saying, trying to be rude, but this is more directed towards them because anyone else would probably get this. This is the world's fastest game.
Oh,
and
for sure.
They're going to be human errors. There's so much going on. You want me to keep eye on, you know what I'm saying? That's why there's more than one of them. And even then, it's hard to make a call. I think they got to make their jobs a little easier than maybe having a process to where they can review calls. You know what I'm saying? But it's you have to, like, there's gonna be human error. Shit's gonna be missed. Like, you can't expect the play to be over here and then not see, which happened in the Tampa Bay game. Oh, there's an extra guy on the ice. He's not even in the play. How am I supposed to know? And then you got the other team complaining there's too many men. Like, it's a hard fucking job. I will say.
Yeah.
On the other side of that, some of these guys are fucking blind because this shit happens right in front of them, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Or they're just like wishy-washy with their calls. They'll call it this time, but they won't call it that time.
Yeah,
like,
that's it for me. It's the inconsistency. I don't really. Usually the playoffs are kind of leave the whistle alone and let the boys get after it. But yeah, like,
or if it's getting out of hand, I think they did the right thing a few times. Yeah, they're like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, let them know that we're in charge, because the referees will talk about that. They need to let the boys know that we are in charge, regardless of what they're doing and stuff like that. So yeah, man. But I just wanted to touch on it because even the coaches this year, man, there's been a lot of comments on it, and it's just wild to see.
I feel like it's always going to be something, though, right? Like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Somebody's always going to have something to say that didn't go their way. But, touching on going back to these battles right now.
Yeah. Let's start with the Knights.
This has been some really good hockey. Montreal, they take the L the first game, and Las Vegas, I think, is just in a comfortable zone. They're at home. You have to remember the North haven't played in front of people, and you listen, Joel Emerson. All right, here we go.
Everything's fine.
Anyways, in the interview, he's talking to me. He's like, we haven't played. We have 17,000 fans. We haven't played in front of fans all season. And he's like, we were gassed up. We were excited just to be out there playing with the fans and all that. And he's like, we're not worried. And I was like, that made so much sense, because you could tell they weren't really playing their game. They got a little chippy when they shouldn't. Montreal needs to play their game. And so big things, I think, coming into this game tonight. It's Wednesday, so they're playing game 2 tonight. I'm excited to get a different Montreal team, because Carey Price was standing on his head as always.
He was for sure. And man, I just felt like Vegas was relentless with their attacks. But with that being said, Montreal really did take advantage of, like, their shots on net. Like, when they were doing shots on net, they were good shots on net. Like, they weren't just at his chest, and they weren't just, Fleury was just saving. Like, they were putting pucks on net where they needed to be. And I feel like Montreal, like, just looking at the team, man, they're almost there. Like, they are. I feel like they're.
You want to hear the stats on that game? When I tell you the stats, you'll realize how close they are. Even though
I'm sure I was going to say
it was a 4-1 game final, but they didn't look like it.
Yeah, it didn't reflect that.
Shots on goal, 29-30 Vegas, but face-off percentage 56 to 43% Montreal. Power play 1 for 3 Montreal, 0 for 4 Las Vegas. Hits 52 Montreal, 44 Vegas. Block shots 15-16. They're close there. Giveaways though, Vegas with 10. Montreal only with 5. So they're right there if you look at it like that. And the fact that they got Carey Price, they settled down. Cole Caulfield gets his first career playoff point. That's huge.
What a big deal.
Another thing I think we have to touch on, though, that no one's really said much, and I was a big fan of this guy coming over. He's been great all year. 1 point in the last 23 games for Josh Anderson. Pointless in the last 11 games.
Yeah, that's brutal.
You need him to fire. He's got the wheels. Listen, he had some great plays. He drove the net hard. Fleury's a hard goalie.
Yeah, for sure.
The playoffs. It's the playoffs.
Yeah, it's so good, man. Cole Caulfield is such a beaut, man. Just watching him,
that kid. Yeah,
he's gonna be so good. He's gonna be so good. But dude, like I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like I'm not a Vegas fan, but it just feels like Vegas they're just on a different level. Even when we talk about the playoffs in the NHL and all, like even like I can't believe they came back on the Avs. You know, a 2-game deficit to win 4 straight. Like it's a big deal. They're coming off of a lot of gas, coming back from that. And I mean, Montreal is the sleeper team that no one expected to be here. I'm sure, but this busted a lot of people's brackets. But I don't know if they've got it to hang on and turn around this game too, like you said tonight. I don't know, man. I'm hoping it's good. I mean, it's going to be a good battle regardless. But I don't know. I still got the Knights in this one.
I'd like to see Montreal do it. You know me. I don't.
Yeah.
But Vegas is tough. You got Marchessault, you got Theodore, you got Pacioretty, you got Tuch, you got Smith, you got Stone. There's
Carlson.
so much.
They're so good.
There's so much depth on this team. It's hard not to. Oof. But at the same time, you have a Montreal team that stepped up and played underdog. Corey Perry, Gallagher, get under your skin. You got Suzuki, Caulfield scoring. You know, they have the offense. They're a little younger, not as experienced, I guess.
Yeah.
But in some ways, they are. Corey Perry winning a cup. You know, not a big deal. So when you got Carey Price in between the pipes behind you, you play different. You play different, bro. You know that you can have a little more risk, a little more low percentage making a play because you know you got the fucking top goalie in the league, arguably, behind you. So I think this game 2 is going to be a real good one. It's hard to say right now where this is because I like rooting for the underdog, and so I'd like Montreal do it. But you know, if I leave my emotions out of it, how do you not vote for Vegas, right?
Yeah. It's so stupid. They're so good.
Like because even if Fleury has a bad day, they bring in Robin Leonard. And it's just like, if Carey Price has a bad day, they bring in Josh Allen, but that's not the same duo.
That is not the same
duo.
Sure,
you can have the argument Fleury Price. Sure. Fleury gets the nod there with the cups, but Price has always been, you know, top 3, top 5 goaltender in the league. But Leonard and Josh Allen, that's a different talk. Leonard's been stud in the playoffs. We saw him last year. And it's when he
secured the bag, bro.
Right, in the playoffs.
As a backup tendy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know. While we're on Vegas real fast, I posted this conversation up there in one of our Facebook pages, the I Love Hockey Facebook page, about talking about Mark Stone's knob on his stick, how like fat it is, dude. It's insane. And most of the comments
Braden points,
most of the comments weren't very helpful. But I guess what I gather from that is learning that defensemen prefer to have a larger knob, even though Stone and Braden Point are both offensemen. They like to have a larger knob.
I've heard that before, and I think though it's more or less it's easier. Like think about when we use the fat grips with lifting weights,
right,
or a thicker putting grip. You have more control over it. I've actually thought about. I don't know if I can afford the fucking how many rolls of tape.
Yeah, that's a lot of pre-wrap, bro.
But I thought about doing it and trying it because it makes a lot of sense. And then like if I could tip my top hand to where I'm just like this and it's nothing.
That's so wild.
It would be wild, but if it gives me an advantage, it gives me an advantage. And eventually you'll get used to it, you know? Like I used to always had the tape down with the knob. Like that's how my dad taped my stick. So that's how I grew up. And then when I started getting my own shit, now I'm just a knob, you know? Like
I just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just one little strip.
Yeah, I go down like 8 or 12 inches depending. I just do like single wrap.
I don't do
that's just to save the palm. The palms get torn up so fast.
Yeah, they do. So you got to think too, personal preference in there. We've seen some weird tape jobs, right?
For sure. I was saying, and he's made it this far in his career. I mean, I'm sure, you know, he's changed things and found things.
I would like to look up audio. Someone's probably been asked about it because obviously if it was like, holy shit, you'd see more guys doing it. So it's definitely
what do you mean, holy shit? Look at Mark Stone. Like what?
Yeah, but I'm saying you're like Mark Stone doesn't have other guys on Vegas. You know, they try each other's equipment. You know, other guys have grabbed that stick and tried it, and then like, oh, I'm gonna switch to this. This is awesome.
Right.
You know?
I don't know. All right, let's switch divisions.
Goofy, it's definitely
goofy. It's definitely good. I just had to bring it up. All right, let's switch divisions. Let's jump over to the East and the Central
goalie battle.
Dude, Vasilevsky and Varlamov, they're literally you goalie battle is right. It's like who's going to have a better series? Who's going to have the better series? Who's going to make more impressive saves? This is like what we were talking like before we started recording. I was like, I just want to save it because it doesn't make sense. Like they like on passes across, like they're just anticipating, and you know what I mean. It's so that the level of goalie, it's the level of goaltender. And the IQ and like just like Vasilevsky and like bending backwards, like not just diving over, but like Vasilevsky gloved a few down where his arm was all the way behind him and he's just fully stretched, like, come on. Like the IQ and the ability to do that is incredible, man. And Varlamov matching it. Save
he
for
has
save.
to. I'm pulling for Tampa in this one, and he has to. When you have guys like Kucherov, Palat, Stone, Sorelli, fucking who else?
Stamkos.
Like, come on, bro. He has to.
It's crazy.
Just like Fleury had to stand on his head for them to beat Colorado because of all the offensive talent they had. Same thing. If New York Islanders want to win, because they're not, I mean, to my eyes, they haven't played great. Their offense hasn't. I mean, it's been good hockey to watch. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
They haven't looked like stellar offensively.
Right. And this series, as of right now, is tied 1-1. Islanders claimed the first one in what was that, a 2-1 victory, and then Tampa claimed the second game in a 4-2 victory.
Yeah, that was a good game.
And it's Tampa is buzzing when they've got the puck. They're unmatched. They're unmatched. Where I feel like Tampa is kind of working better as a team, where the Islanders are still relying on a lot of individual talent. That makes sense. Like you're really waiting for Barzal to get that breakthrough. You're really waiting on, Josh Bailey. Like you're waiting on a few guys to like you're really waiting on these guys to have the opportunity, where like Tampa is just relentless on their neutral zone and they're just creating the opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, obviously the experience here, these guys just did it. A few little minor touch-ups and changes to the lineup, but these guys just did it. They know what it takes. They know you got to bring 120 every single period when it's the playoffs. There's no sitting back in the second and we'll catch them in the third.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nonstop. It's relentless.
You see it, man. It's these guys are coming to the bench fucking dripping where regular season they're coming back and they look like are they trying? They're pros.
Yeah, exactly.
It's easy for them. Like, nah. They're doing it. They're fucking doing it, right?
God, it's so good. It's so fast. It's so fast. Like I feel like everyone should be watching all these games. Like they're so fast. I
know the NBA playoffs, and you got the U.S. Olympic trials going on. There's a lot of things going on with sport. The Euro Cup, if you watch football, soccer. But yeah, there's not a sport out there that compares to the NHL playoffs. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and that's not me being biased because of hockey, because I'm an athlete. I love all sports, but
for sure,
nothing compares.
Yeah. Stanley Cup hockey,
Final Four, NCAA, none of it compares to NHL playoffs.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I don't know what beyond Vasilevsky and Varlamov. Like, I don't even know. It doesn't get any better for goaltending right now. Like it's incredible. Like we just talked about Price.
Let's talk. Fleury and Leonard. Goaltending went to my head. Let's talk about that penalty on Braden Point getting pushed from the back into Varlamov. Yes, he has to leave the game. Sorokin comes in. That's in my eyes not a penalty.
It's not a penalty. That's actually been a thing I've seen that's been discussed a lot lately, where defensemen are
doing it intentionally.
Doing it intentionally, getting the goaltender interference call. And like, but also like you're putting your goalie at a very large risk, like a very large. And it's like it's a dumb play because you obviously know those guys aren't hitting the brakes anyway. They're squeezing behind you and in front of the goalie, and then you're gonna push them from behind. Where's he gonna go?
It also blows my mind they have all this equipment and they never bounce back up after a hit. They get a hit and they're like full sprawn out, like, oh.
Well, imagine being like compromised, like you're defenseless, like you're just sitting there.
Yeah, but we see it all the time. Guy comes across the middle. He's skating full speed. The guy head down gets laid out and gets back up. Continues to play.
No, it's different. The goalies, you're trying to draw the penalty because anytime a goalie's touched, your goal should be thinking draw the penalty.
Yeah.
Like, because really your goalie shouldn't be really making contact and stuff like that. So
very true. Unless he wants to step out that crease. Peter Bondra and Dominic Hasek effect.
You're about to do that. You're about to do that. You're about to do that right now in the playoffs, though. Like, I don't know. It's
keep your ass in the crease.
It's not the move.
Yeah, I've always let's see it. I'm down for a goalie hit. Like, you want to come out and play the puck, bud? You'll
Play the
think
puck.
twice
You're
now.
not, yeah.
Because that's such an advantage for the team. If you have a goalie, they can come out and play the puck.
It's a
That's
sixth
huge-
skater.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage. You dump it in. Well, now the goalie just got it, flung it back up to the red line, and they're back in the zone like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, on a change or something.
Where if you got a goalie that's not so comfortable, he's just going to stop it, and you still got to go back there. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
a goalie like that could be a game changer for a team. So, I mean, hey, I was always told with the goalie's out of the crease, he's part of the team. And but I never hit no goalie. I never hit no
definitely
goalie.
Pushed a goalie in his back, like trying to get him to fall.
Oh, I've given the old slash on a skate by. That's for sure. They get you on the hook. That's what always hurts. They hit you with that big ass paddle, always spins you around.
No, fuck that. It's when you're out front and they're pounding you with their blocker, bro. That shit hurts. Bro.
Yeah, I got the soft back. Now.
That shit happened today. This guy was chirping me in my game. He's much bigger than me, much bigger, and he's got a hattie, which we won the game, so it was fucking irrelevant, bud. But he's got a hattie already, and he's driving hard to the middle, and I'm like, nah, bro, you're done. Like, I'm gonna back check this time, and I cut the lane. He's looking at the play in the corner, calling for the pass, driving the net, and I come and just take him. I don't hit him, but I just slow up in front of him.
Into him.
I get in front of him, and I slow up to take the lane. He bumps, crashes to the ground, starts chirping. This is Wednesday hockey. What are you doing? Is that the pros? And I'm like, you're bigger than me. Why'd you fall? And he's like, coming at me, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to change. Like, you're trash. Like, and he comes,
what?
Do that shit again. Blah, blah. And I was like, bro, there's skating lessons afterwards. Like, you look how big you are. You shouldn't fall when I touch you. I didn't even do nothing else. I just took the lane away from him, and he skated into me. Yeah, it fell. It's wild. Sorry,
soft. Old 2-ply.
It's been sitting in my head all day, rent free for some reason. I do not know, because I started feeling bad, and I was like, man, did I take it too far? And I was like, no.
I hate that feeling. I get guilty like that. I give myself anxiety.
It's a real thing, dude. Right?
I was like that all day today because of this work scenario from earlier in the day. What's fun to get back to that? But I was like, man, just so much anxiety, just so crazy. I hate calling out. Like, I hate missing a day.
Yeah, it's
off topic.
Not even like just like how you feel, because you know that's your job and they're holding you responsible for that, but like also the type of person you are, like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like no days.
I don't like to miss.
Like yeah. Well, also you're in a better head state when you're like, well, for me, like I can't sit around the house. Like I gotta.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people fucking sit around all day.
I've gotten to the point, dude, like movies used to be our thing at night. We'll watch a movie at night and settle down. Like I'm just like, why? It's such a waste of 2 hours.
Yeah, we don't.
Like I know it's the end of the night, but like let's read a book. Like, and it sounds corny as fuck, but like I don't want to sit here and watch this washed out shit. Plus, also conspiracies have ruined me, so I'm always looking for hidden shit in movies now. It's so bad. I wanted to talk to you about this.
Can't even
enjoy
it.
Bad. I can't. Like she was like, let's watch this new Loki thing. I'm like, I already saw a TikTok thing about it means this and this, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let's watch the first one. And the whole time I'm just thinking like, it's so true.
Oh man, yeah, it's kind of ruins shit. Yeah,
it does.
Can't just step back. Can't just enjoy things because you
have to either be like ignorant and like, I'm gonna take the blue pill today and play dumb. Like
I know the simulation has been weird lately.
Going there, yeah, it has. There's a lot.
It's been weird, man. This whole masking, not masking.
New York is officially back to like we got up to like 75% vaccinated. So like all things are off now. There's no more COVID restrictions at all up there.
The vaccines.
You
see all this shit coming out about people that are under 30 years old having all these heart inflammation problems.
Is it under 30? I thought people in their 30s.
No, so the last one I saw for Pfizer was 30 and below, and they were seeking to end childhood vaccination immediately
because they're having like heart issues,
heart inflammation. Yeah, I can't remember the medical term, but basically, yeah.
And I told you 2 episodes about that thing I heard.
Yeah, so I mean, what do you think? But
trying to lower the population with this joint, everyone's gonna have like. Oh man, it's so scary. Like I'm sweating right now thinking about it because like I know so many people that have gotten it, and if everyone starts having health complications that aren't even related to COVID because of the shot, like it's like holy shit, man.
It's crazy. I don't know.
It's scary, man. But like another reason why, like, damn girl, somebody getting their ass whooped. Puppy.
It's hard. It's hard for them not. So he can't play because like he's not supposed to play right now because he doesn't feel well. So like they haven't played all day. We've been keeping them separated. But man, it's like how you fucking tell how you tell a puppy not to. Yeah. Hey,
It's like
bud.
telling a toddler they can't play. Like, no,
I need you to sit here and do nothing.
No, you didn't feel good today. You can't play.
Yeah. So
I feel fine now. The doctor said it was just anxiety, Dad.
Yeah,
Are you worried? Are you worried about this back to the vaccine joint?
Yeah. Because I don't, man.
Was it a shot that you took? Has it been mentioned?
What shot?
Like, didn't you get vaccinated?
Fuck no, you wild, son.
I thought you said when you got sick, like you had to or something, like you for work or something. You did.
It's gonna. No, so that's my fear. Like I was getting ready to say, my fear is there's gonna come a point in the near future where it's gonna, like, I went to a job site the other day. They asked me, "Are you vaccinated?" I was like, "No." They're like, "Well, starting September 9th, if you're not vaccinated, you can't work here." Like that's what they told me. So like my fear but that's the thing is my fear is like that's gonna happen at work. I'm not gonna be able to get on any job site anywhere unless I'm vaccinated.
That'll happen with you only because you're union, you know.
I don't want to be forced to do any, like I'm not, no, man. Like it's just not for me. Like, look, good for you if you want to get it, if you've gotten it. Look, cool.
Anybody,
that's you.
Anyone in your family? Is your family?
Yeah, my mom and my dad and fucking chick. Yeah, man. Like,
scary, right? When you start listing all people you know, and so it's like,
everybody. I mean, anyone that I know over the age of 40 has gotten it. You know, like anybody.
And it's not even like 100%. It's more or less just a kill. So your symptoms aren't as bad. You can still give it. You can still
get it. What the fuck?
What's the point?
I guess my tinfoil hats
I'll take the risk of having to take COVID raw dog than getting a vaccine.
I got it. I had it. Put that shit in a chokehold. It's like, bitch.
And you still say no to the vaccine after having it. Like,
yeah, man, what the fuck? I don't even get a flu shot.
You would go through COVID again before getting the vaccine?
Yeah, it's just 2 weeks. The fuck? I get the flu. Like I don't get the flu, but I don't get no flu shot either. Yeah. Like I don't get it. Like I don't get it.
I haven't been to the doctor in 10 years. and I say that because like I don't get,
so look,
I might get like a runny nose for a week or something, maybe when the seasons change. But like
you don't get sick.
I don't have a sore throat, watery eyes, headache,
laying in bed for 3 days.
Like none of that. I don't even have I have no allergies either.
I get allergies, but like I don't get like, I'm not like, oh boy, gotta go in. Like what? Like no, just drink water and fast or something. Like I don't know, man.
There's always something you can do before going to take medicine to the doctor and all that shit.
That's what I mean. Like literally taking this dog to the thing. I was like, we're gonna go. They're not gonna give us an answer. She's like, you don't know that. Well, I guess
you got an answer. Anxiety. You gotta fucking shrink at the vet.
Yeah, like that's the same with human doctors. Like I only go to one doctor, and I only go to one doctor for like body pain, and that's my orthopedic surgeon. I don't go to nobody else because
you don't have like a regular physician.
Fuck no. Why? So they can recommend me to a specialist. I already know, bro.
And there's the conspiracy part of me. Like,
yeah,
why
just get me onto the specialist.
Always writing prescriptions for everything.
Yeah, like get me onto the specialist. That's why, luckily, like I'm just able to contact my orthopedic surgeon and be like, "Hey, can I get an MRI, please?" He's like, "Oh, what's going on? This is going on. Let's get an MRI. If we need surgery, let's figure it out." Like every time I've called him, that's how our conversations go. You know what I mean? Like I'm very in tune with my temple. You know, and I keep it that way. Like I don't know. I am getting some blood work done though. So I got to figure something out with this fucking fatigue or whatever. I am trying to get that done, and that's my only concern because it's the only thing I feel like needs to be addressed. They're not healthy as a horse.
There's depending on where you're at in the conspiracy world. There's something I don't know if I told you about this or not, but the whole like ascending and grounding thing, and the sun's getting closer, so people are. Yeah,
man, I'll tell you what, you said that the other day.
Might be related to what you're going through. You know,
the sun was hot today. I was out there and I sat in the grass for like 20 minutes, just kind of like grounded myself, and I was like, man, the sun is beaming. Like I can feel it on my skin, like the vitamin D
grounding
going right
is
in.
so important. If people don't like, if
I do it every day.
It is, yeah, you got to like the soles on your shoes stop so much shit. The earth has a frequency, and then I've seen it. they can't even measure how fast it recharges the human body when you do it. The way when you put your bare feet onto the ground, it's instant and it's so fast. It's like electricity. They can't even measure how quickly your body starts to take in that charge and recharge your body. And nothing but positive effects.
I agree. I do it every day.
Me too. I
walk in my backyard barefoot, my front yard barefoot.
You can, I saw this thing. I haven't looked into it. I saw it and I was like, save, I'll look into you later. But you can like pull your toes back and push in the middle of your foot somewhere. And it like is like supposed to ground you as well. Did you know that? Like
I know the feet are incredible.
Like yoga and not yoga, meditating. Like you can sit there, do that and then meditate.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I know the feet are incredible. Like everything's connected, like your liver, like everything is through there. Same with your hands, like you massage.
You can like step on someone's big toe a certain way and they shit themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Not sure if that's real.
Are you a barefoot guy? Do you got tough feet?
I love it. I told you last time. I don't wear socks on my shoes really. Yeah. I don't wear socks on my skates.
But I mean, like you have to walk around like I'm gonna just walk around.
But at the same time, I take care of my feet, bro. Like I don't got big calluses and nasty shit like that. Oh, yeah, sorry, foot thing.
It's cool.
Are we gonna talk about feet every week now?
Oh yeah, we'll leave it at that. I do like scratching my feet on the concrete when they're barefoot, just going.
Oh, you're like that guy. So now next time I go to walk down the sidewalk, did it snow today?
I ain't doing that shit at the pool. Like I'm doing it on my back porch.
Oh, nasty shit, bro. People do some nasty shit in public, don't they? I know a kid, we used to go to the gym, he'd get in the sauna, but oh, this is good for your skin. He'd just start squeezing like pimples and like and just wiping it off.
No, I thought this was a story about me at first. I was like, what do I do?
No. But what I'm thinking of is like people just don't give a shit.
Ew.
It's nasty. Some people.
Ew. We gotta end it on that. Squeezing the skin got me.
Playoffs are turning around. I think next time we record, we're gonna be almost towards the end of this round. So
round one. This round, the semifinals will almost be over. We'll be locked in for the cup.
You just went without picking your nose, by the way. That's a monument for us.
Nice.
Since we're talking about feet and sweat and all that nasty shit.
I know I got my ear like twice. Like my ear got hot.
At least one little like
a little booger. Whoop. I just have to do smooth, just real smooth.
I roll it out and it turns like Play-Doh, and I'll vacuum later.
A little booger snake.
Got a little pea sock, got a little booger snake. It's all good here. We're nasty.
Oh my God. I'm so done, man.
All right, man. It's been a great episode. It's good to catch up with you.
It's always good to catch up with you. Make sure you guys are checking out the YouTube channel. We got some good things popping over there. The clips, the videos lately, man, the podcast lately has been so good and fun and like so wholesome. It's been really a wholesome podcast lately. I really am enjoying it. And but yeah, definitely check out the YouTube channel. We got our video there, audios on our Spotify, Google Podcasts, pretty much everywhere else you can find us. Make sure you're checking out the boys over at silkymittshc.com.
Yes, big sale.
Big sale going on there with the new summer drop. Got some new things popping over there as well for you guys. It's the best way to support the boys over here. And definitely make sure you're sticking with the Instagram, where that's how we do most of our up-to-dates for the men behind the mitts and the Silky Mitts. Anything else? We get it all?
Giveaway for Silky Mitts right now. Check us out on Instagram. Get a free tee from our new collection. We talked about the sale. Free hat if you order $50 on the website right now.
Oh, nice.
Free shipping over, I think, like $50 or $75, something like that.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm not. I can't remember everything. Man. But yeah, we're growing. Shout out to everybody that supported us. New.
Yeah, definitely.
New and old. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week, folks.
Definitely. All right, guys. Be well.
The boys from Men Behind the Mitts just want to say thanks for listening. And as always, be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media outlets at Men Behind the Mitts. Brought to you by Silky Mitts Hockey Club. Support the boys at silkymittshc.com.